Okay, so today we're going to discuss how to solve a system of linear equations using the elimination method by adding and subtracting. Modules 11.3, 11.4. Let's get started. So the elimination method, you can see the definition there, but basically we're adding and subtracting these two linear systems. We're not substituting, we're not going to graph them, we're just going to add and subtract them and we're going to get something to cancel out. I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment, but first let's discuss the steps that you would need to follow to solve a system of linear equations using the elimination. So first you're going to need to make sure that your equations are lined up. That means that each corresponding variable is underneath each or on top of each other. And I'll show you what I mean by that when we get to our examples. Then you would just add or subtract the equations to eliminate the variable that has the common coefficient. And then after you do that, you'd solve for the remaining variable and substitute your answer into the original equation and solve for the other variable. So write these steps down, but we'll talk more about these steps as we're doing examples. So here we have a system of linear equations, and we are asked to solve this using elimination. Now, our first step is to make sure that the equations are lined up, meaning that the corresponding variables are underneath or on top of each other. And if you look at this, they are lined up, okay? The x's are right underneath each other or on top of each other, the y's as well. So we don't have to worry about step number 2. Now we have to look for coefficients that either are the same or opposites. If they're opposites, what we're going to do is we're just going to add these. We're not going to change anything at all. We're just going to add these two linear equations. Now if you take a look at this, these two coefficients are opposites, meaning if we were to add these two terms together, they would cancel out. And that's our goal. We want to cancel out one of our variables. So because we have a set of opposite coefficients, we are just going to add these two linear equations. So 4x plus negative 4x would cancel out, and that's in fact what we want. We want to get one of our variables to cancel out. That's the only way we'd be able to solve a system of linear equations using elimination. 9y plus 7y is 16y, and 11 plus 5 is 16. Next, we would divide both sides by 16. We get our answer, which is y equals 1. Now, you need to go ahead and find x. The way you find x is you just take 1 and substitute it into one of your original equations. And I'll substitute it into the first one. So it's going to be 4x plus 9 times 1 equals 5. Well, that's just going to be 4x plus 9 equals 5. If we subtract 9 on both sides, we get 4x equals negative 4, and that's going to give us x equals negative 1. So that will mean that the two equations are going to intersect at negative 1, 1. And that's how we would solve using elimination. Alright, so again, we're going to want to make sure that they're all lined up, which they are. And this time we have the same coefficients. We have 3 and 3, and we have negative 4 and negative 4. So when we have the same coefficients, they would not cancel out if we were to add them, right? 3x plus 3x would be 6x. So that's when we would have to subtract. Now subtract, I say subtract, but what we're really doing is we're just multiplying that entire bottom equation by negative 1. And if we do that, we get the top equation would remain the same, but the bottom equation would now be negative 3x. And then negative 4y times negative 1 is plus 4y. Then negative 13 times negative 1 is positive 13. Now, this one's going to be interesting because if you look at this, both of your variables are going to cancel out. We're going to be left with 0 equals positive 3. So if this happens, if your variables cancel out and you're left with just two numbers, if the numbers equal each other, then there is an infinite amount of solutions. And that would mean that these lines would be right on top of each other. If the numbers do not equal each other, that means that these lines are parallel, and that means that there would be no solution. So if you take a look at this, the two numbers do not equal each other, therefore these lines are parallel, so there would be no solution. There is no point where these two lines would intersect or cross. Now, what would happen if we don't have matching or opposite coefficients? Then you would have to multiply one or both of the equations by some number to create those matching or opposite coefficients. So write that down, then we'll take a look at some examples. All right, so here the equations are all lined up, okay, but we don't have matching or opposite coefficients. So we're going to have to multiply one or both of these equations to get those opposite coefficients. So I always look for a variable that has a coefficient of 1. And if we have a variable that has a coefficient of 1, that's going to be the easiest one to change. So x has a coefficient of 1. That'll be the easiest one to change. And we want it to be the opposite of 2 so that those will cancel out. That means we need to multiply this entire top equation by -2. And if we do that, the entire top equation would be negative 2x plus, minus 6y equals -12. And then the bottom equation would be 2x minus 7y equals -1. And then you would solve this the same way we did our previous problem. So negative 2x plus 2x is 0, cancels out. Negative 6y minus 7y is negative 13y. And then negative 12 minus 1 is negative 13. Divide by negative 13 on both sides, and you get positive 1 as your y value. Then take that and plug it into one of your equations up there, and that would be 2x minus 7 times 1 equals -1, which is 2x minus 7 equals -1. Add 7 on both sides, you get 2x equals 6, which would make x equal to 3. So the ordered pair that would satisfy these linear equations, the system of linear equations would be 3, 1. That's where these two lines would intersect. That's where these two lines would cross. Last problem that we're going to do today in this video, this set of linear equations, this system of linear equations, variables are not lined up. So that means we would need to line them up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the bottom equation to standard form, and if I change the bottom equation to standard form, my variables would be lined up because the top equation is in standard form. So you should remember, or you should know how to change an equation to standard form. All we would have to do is add 6y on both sides. And if we do that, we would get 3x plus 6y equals 12. Now, our equations are all going to be lined up. So let me do this in green. Top equation is 2x plus 4y equals 6. Bottom equation is 3x plus 6y equals 12. And remember, I said that we would need to multiply one or both equations. We might need to multiply one or both equations to get to get opposite coefficients. So this is an example where we need to multiply both equations. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find the least common multiple of one of your set of coefficients. Now I'm going to do that with 2 and 3. If we look at 2 and 3, the least common multiple of 2 and 3 would be 6. So I want to change 2 to 6, and I want to change 3 to -6, because remember, we want them to be opposite. So in order to do that, I'd have to multiply the entire top equation by 3, the entire bottom equation by -2. And if I do that, I would get, for the top equation, I would get 6x plus 12y equals 18. And then for the bottom equation, I'd get -6x minus 12y equals -24. All right. So here, I'm sure some of you are already figuring this out, but both of the variables are going to cancel out. So we're going to be left with 0 equals -6. Does 0 equal -6? No. So because 0 does not equal -6, there would be no solution to this set of, or to this system of linear equations. Okay? We're going to do more examples tomorrow on regarding solving a system of linear equations using elimination. So we'll do more examples tomorrow. But that's it for this video. Hopefully you took some good notes. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. Have a